What is up? And I'm going to apologize to everybody because apparently James and I shop at the exact same place.
Wait, we're not that close. Wait, let me fix this.
Oh geez.
Now we can say we're just alike.
So I didn't realize that James was going to wear the same outfit. I was like, come on, we shop at the same guy. Hey, Rod, salute to suits. What's going on, brother? It's been a while.
Man, I've been drinking a lot of fluid, lots of fluid. I feel like I left you hanging. I heard you had a great time down at Podfest. I heard you were.
I think it was better because you weren't there. I was like, I ain't got nobody to slow me down. I was moving.
Well, the good thing was everybody like messaged me, but like, well, we got to meet Marty. Thank God you weren't there. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, but I think Nick is right. You do make the hat look good. I like it better with an S though. Add a little bit of spice to it.
Well, we got to send Nick one. Nick needs to get one too. So
that's true. That's true. Now we met some great people. I mean, I'm telling you, we met the Silver Fox, and she's already coming in talking about everything here. And then so today, what we're going to focus on, because we got so much. I'm not even going to waste time. I mean, we got so much to talk about. But
well, I heard you had a camera guy down there though at the podcast.
I did. No. I had my camera guy. I'm your camera guy. Yes, he was there. He was capturing all the moments.
I was ready for him too. That's what makes me upset. I was ready to like be with him and you guys and get some pictures. Man, I feel like I missed out, man.
Here's what we're going to do today. Today is a very special event. We got Bunker Labs. We are doing a veteran showcase. 400 entrepreneurs, 23 cities across America. We're all showcasing our business. We've 22 alphas outgoing, 22 Bravos coming in. And what we're going to do something a little special today is we've got basically the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future on this one. So we're gonna bring them in, a couple of people, bring them out, and let's bring them on. So first, who do we want to bring on first? Or you just want to surprise them?
I think it should be just a big surprise, and let's see they do. Let's see how they handle it.
Let's go. Let's roll. Let's do a countdown. Ready? I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's roll, baby. Let's roll. Whoa.
Boom, let's go to camera one. What's up, folks? It's your camera guy, Chris McPhee. If you don't know, Podfest 2022 is going down May 26th through May 29th in Orlando, Florida. And I'm your camera guy for hire. So if you are going to Podfest this year in Orlando, if you're speaking, if you want.
Oh, what happened? You cut him off? We got the camera guy. Well, I see us on the camera, but that's the camera guy showing us on his screen. So we got Chris McPhee. He was and is the camera guy.
What's up? He like, what happened?
He was there, and then we also got someone else coming on. Let's bring him on. You ready?
Let's go.
Boom. I don't know why it's cutting it short. What's going on? Must be because we have sorry.
What hat does Don have on there?
He got the sorry.
We got some legends today. So here's what I'm talking about. We got Chris McPhee. I'm your camera guy, Green Beret Media. And you were what? Like the very first Bunker Labs class?
No.
With that gray beard, you look knowledgeable. So I'm just saying.
Back when I dug the bunker. I dug the bunker out. I dug it out. No, man, glad to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
No, so we got you were in a previous cohort, but in DC, right?
Yes, I was in DC cohort right before the pandemic, but 2019 or 2020 that came around. So no, it was a great time. Rod Rodriguez, shout out to Rod Rodriguez, introduced me to Bunker Labs. I hung around him for a couple years and around Bunker before I even really got in the network. And then Kelly Smith was part of the VIR at the time, and Rod was, and it was like, you should apply, and I did, and they accepted me, and I went, and then COVID came.
And you're killing it. But you're killing it. I mean, yeah, we had to pivot, but hey, and for all the new people on here, thanks for joining us and for being here. And like I said, we got the Silver Fox out there. Chris, we had a blast, right, with Silver Fox.
Man, it was awesome. And the way I met her, I don't know if you knew her prior to PodFest.
I didn't. All I know is she ate my pizza.
Yeah, she did. She did. Speaking of that pizza, we'll get to that story. However, no, a big shout out to Junaid, Hacks and Hobby podcast host.
Yeah.
The mind behind the Home Studio Mastery. He started this group last year, I would say, early this year. And we hosted a series of challenges and a couple classes. And she was there, and she was part of the group making videos. It was all about video and leveling up your home studio. And look who showed up at PodFest.
Bam.
So shout out to DJ in the house.
Yeah.
You
No,
know.
I mean, it was such a great crew hanging out this weekend, and I wish Donnell and James could have been there, because I mean it was I mean, we met, and it was like by the end of the weekend it'd been like we've been hanging out for years, you know.
Well, first off, let me apologize, Chris, that I wasn't there to help with that babysitting duties that happen when you're associated with the Moab. I was here in the fetal position, one with my pillow.
Man,
not fun. I really do wish I was there. I was so, to be honest and transparent, I was a little jealous. I ain't gonna keep it. I was jealous I wasn't there.
If we're being honest, I'm a little jealous.
I was a lot jealous. I was like, you guys are making this look like fun. I'm missing the fun. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. I appreciate you and what you did. And I know that you're going to have some great, amazing footage come out of there. So I can't wait to watch that. So I don't feel like I was there anyway. So.
And that's the hard part now. I got, 3 days of video, 3 days of photos, and 3 days of audio to triage and organize and storyboard out. Hopefully create something. So,
well, if you need to Photoshop my face on Marty, it's fine. Just elevate it about two or 4 feet higher, and we're good to look.
So here's what I want to do. I want to talk about, so we got Chris McPhee and amazing stuff that he was doing as the camera guy, Green Beret Media, running around. Current DC cohort, you've got Donnell, Veterans Growing America. We showed 2 of his videos already. So he ain't getting no more love, Donnell. I already showed 2. That's it.
Hey, you know what? Thanks for showing the love. I mean, you know, I want to tell y'all a quick story about Chris, right? So when Chris was in the cohort, I think I was there with him almost every day. And I applied 4 times to be in Bunker Labs, and I got turned down 4 times. And the reason being is because they thought that I was already in the cohort with Chris. That's how much I hung out with him up at WeWork. And so, Chris, it's all your fault that it took them 4 years to get me into Bunker Labs. But no, we had an amazing time. In fact, while we were there, Veterans Growing America was born on a napkin at a sandwich shop right down the street from.
Is that because you couldn't afford a notebook? You know, Bunker Labs gives free notebooks. They give you a nice free notebook.
Well, we only give those to the real Bunker Labs attendees. You know, he's just hanging around orbiting.
You know, Marty sent me a mug and a pen. That's all I got the first go around.
Oh, there you go.
He kept the shirt.
Donnell, what's Veterans Growing America? What's your elevator pitch? Tell us Veterans Growing America.
Oh, man. So Veterans Growing America is an organization that spotlights veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs through events and technology. What we do is we connect our members to a community, capital, and each other to grow their business. So we do events. Our main event that everybody knows is our Veteran Business Expo and our Veteran Business Pop-Up. We actually have 3 going on within weeks of each other. So we have a Veteran Business Expo at Fort Meade. That one is June 11th. We have another one the following week at Fort Belvoir. And then we just opened up. Hear me when I tell y'all this. In fact, y'all want to take a pen down. We just opened up a veteran business pop-up shop in a beautiful Woodbridge, Virginia, in the Stonebridge Shopping Center.
What?
Yeah, buddy.
That's the nice one too. That's the one with the REI and the Starbucks. That's the fancy.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Yeah, there's no secondhand stores that I normally shop at over there.
I was like, yo, that's the one over there by Bong Choy. He's like, nah, across the street.
No, it's not. It's not that Bong Choy, but it is over there. It is across the street from an Apple store and a Barnes and Nobles. So, man, I'm excited.
And it's amazing too because we built all this, a lot of this, like you're saying, and Silver Fox wants to know more about Bunker Labs. We're here to talk about, and Gary's here. I just don't know when he's going to be on camera. But so Bunker Labs is amazing because it's this incubator, and really, I think the biggest thing because there's a couple of different ones out there, but the one I love about this is accountability. You have accountability partners, and your ambassador and your city leader like Gary, we're trying to get on here, actually say, well, what's the format, Donnell? Hey, here's what happened this week. If I'm being honest, here's what I need. And I give a shout out to one of my brothers and sisters in the cohort. And we do that every single week and lift each other up. So it's pretty awesome doing that, right?
Yeah, it's nothing like, that accountability group on Friday. Friday comes up fast. In fact, we started in January and now it's, we in June, at the end of June?
Yeah.
But every week we're accountable to each other. We hold each other accountable. We call each other during the week. Hey, what's up? What do you need help with? How could I help you? Here's a couple of things that I'm doing. How can we get involved? I mean, it's all kind of great things that happen, man. It was cool to have what do we have, about 8 people in our cohort?
8 people in there, but you got access to the entire national network.
Yeah,
which was really cool. And then what I really enjoyed, and James got to take part of, is that we rolled to Nashville and Bunker Lab HQ. They met us there with open arms. And next thing I know, we're partying we crashed their party, but we're hanging out with them all night, and learning everything about them. So that's the great thing about it. And when you get admitted to the veteran in residence, you get a WeWork membership for 6 months, which that was nice.
I thought we were invited. You weren't invited?
Yeah, no. Donnell, I think you're going to be sad that you can't hang out at the penthouse anymore over in
Oh, man, y'all remember that first picture that I took when I went up to the penthouse? I took a picture. And then we shot our commercial in that WeWork too.
I know. That's right. So tonight we're going to be featuring Veterans Growing America. You can do your pitch along with 400 veteran military spouse business owners. I'll be showcasing Joint Task Force 214, where we help entrepreneurs and small business owners increase their marketing reach and revenue to the power of story so they can scale fast. And the way it works, you get one slide with like 2 bullets in 2 minutes. And you get to share your story. And then afterwards, we have a booth, and people will come by and we showcase our booth, and that's the way we graduate. And then we're 22 Alpha. So just like in the military, you got Alpha team, or in the Army at least, Alpha team and Bravo team. Donnell and I will be leaving as 22 Alpha, and we across the city will be literally passing a guide on to 22 Bravo, which means we got an FNG amongst us, which is an effing new guy, if you're not familiar. I think that's James, right? James, what's your connection to Bunker Labs now?
Well, I haven't made the announcement. I was waiting for the show to make the official announcement. But guess who is 22 Bravo? Who's going to be on 22 Bravo?
Who?
This guy right here. I guess it's a car for me. They say, hey, look, you're not going to PodFest because you're sick and you can't make it. So I'll tell you what. No, honestly, hey, it's an honor just to be selected to do that. So I'll be down here in Raleigh in the 22 Bravo cohort. We're meeting tonight, so I'll get to celebrate with you all virtually, watch you all do your thing with Bunker Labs, 22 Alpha, celebrate your all success. And because of you all paving the way, the Bravo team now can make its way through. So B team, Bravo company is on the way.
It's just like a patrol, Bravo team leader now taking point, getting us to the objective.
Hey, Bravo team gets a go at Ranger School too.
So no, it's absolutely. But we have so many different people. So and that was what I liked about it is all the different kinds of businesses that we had. I mean, they were so diverse. I mean, just looking at here, you got Veterans Growing America, you got your camera guy, Green Beret Media, you got Joint Task Force 214. I mean, so even though you're like, man, what am I going to learn from the camera guy? The insights that are in there are amazing. And then Gary, he's got his company, with the BG Lion Star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's coming in talking about, what he's doing. And so it's so neat, to learn from everybody and people that have just been part of the experience, and so, and then you give back. And that's what I tried to do. I tried to give back as much as possible in there. So what's up, James?
I was hoping Gary be in here so I could ask him if he had to pull strings to get me in the 22 Bravo cohort.
I think Gary's driving. He just got his ears lowered for tonight. I probably need to, but once I see his face pop up on camera in the green room, I'll pull him up on stage.
Sounds
good.
So
I'm going to ask Donnell and then Chris, any advice or words of wisdom for James coming in as 22 Bravo and any of the other Bunker Labs people that are out there watching right now that are coming in? What advice would you have for them? Because it goes by quick, like you said, D.
Yeah, no. My first advice is to get to know your team as fast as possible. If you guys get an opportunity to meet with one another, find a space and a place at a WeWork and meet together as a crew. It pays dividends to get to know who your teams are and find out what their strengths are, because once you find out that, you guys can support each other in your growth throughout that entire time. So get to know your team. That's the number one advice I can give you.
Spoken like a sergeant major. I like it. What about you, Smurf?
I would say, and you mentioned this before. So not only do you have your immediate team cohort there with you, once you're in that circle, you have access to the whole Bunker Labs network. For one, so networking, definitely. That's what I did. That's how I found Dope Coffee in Atlanta, because I went in thinking like, okay, I've already been around a Bunker and saw how wide the reach was across the United States. And I think that's the most valuable thing you can do, is not only build your network where you are located, but also reach out to the different satellite posts and connect with people there that you see. Use the Facebook page, and then within WeWorks, once you get in WeWorks, I know it's a veteran thing, but you have access to all the business that are registered in WeWorks worldwide. So you have a database to market your product and service to automatically. So for me, it was headshots. It was easy. So I just went in the app. Everybody in my building, I was like, hey, what's up? Get out of the room and walk around the building, go indoors and say hello, go in the common area. Don't make it all about, yes, it's veterans and residency, but you have a whole building to go introduce yourself to what you do. If you're in tech, if you're doing camera, all those things, whatever you're doing, if you're able to provide a service to those people in there, it's a gold mine. So take advantage of the network.
Oh, absolutely. And if you're watching right now and you're wondering, how do I get to watch this event? I put it in the comments, and then it's scrolling right now. You can go still register. If you're near one of the 23 cities, or if you want to watch it virtually, it'll be there and you can watch these business owners. But hey, real quick, I think we got somebody that just popped on. Does he deserve the countdown?
I think he needs the countdown. You know that.
All right, let's do the countdown. But it's kind of cozy right now. There's 4 of us. We got room for someone else.
and
All right,
make it look smaller. It'd be better.
All right, make room, boys. Here he comes. There he goes. Gary.
Nice. What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
There he is.
So here's what we just
There he is.
got to you now. We were talking about previous members of Bunker Labs and then what you're doing. So first, let's hear who you are, what your business is, and then what was your number one takeaway from Bunker Labs? And then I got another question for you, special.
All right. So, name's Gary Odom, Air Force veteran, logistics background, handled deployment of air cargo shipments around the world for both our military and our federal government. My company, BG Line Stars, veteran-owned company focusing on social impact initiatives, doing real estate development, supporting underserved and military communities. I'm so excited to be a part of this podcast with Marty the Moac and his trusty sidekick, aka James Felt. 2 shots, bang, bang. Let's get it. Yeah, so just loving this opportunity. My takeaway with Bunker Labs, it's about community. It's about network. It's about putting us in proximity to other thought leaders who desire to do good. You know, I tell people all the time, now that I serve my country, now it's about also serving community. And veterans are built with a heart of service. We want to add value. You know, we don't want anybody feeling sorry for us, but we want to add value to those around us. And if we can monetize that value, even better, to do good where it's needed most. And so that's why I've got such a great connection with everybody on this call, because we like to get after it.
Oh yeah, and so and your current role, because you're not in 22 Alpha, but you are. What's your current role right now in the greatest cohort in the Bunker Labs community?
So I'm actually one of the city leaders to hold it down, you know, for the nation's capital, the flagship star. And through that process, I get to be a part of every cohort that comes through. As a city leader, our role is, of course, to advocate for Bunker Labs as a program that supports veteran entrepreneurs and military spouses, supporting the military community at large. And our role, as you mentioned, within the 22 cities, to say what differentiates us, right? You know, because there's other, you know, nothing wrong with the other cities, but, you know, sometimes they may want to look like us, smell like us, you know, be like us, but, you know, they'll never be us. And so this is how we get after it.
Right.
And supporting one another and really building up that community and that network that adds value, like what the Moac and aka James is doing for us today. Let's get it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, and we talked about building that community because now, I mean, you look at us, and then again, I had the pleasure and honor of hanging out with my camera guy, who I was pimping out to everybody. My whole job this weekend was to do nothing but BD for Chris. He was making fun. He's like, "There's Marty pitching." So just promoting anybody that I could around me, you know, and it's because of that community. So appreciate that. Chris, you got any comments?
No, I just want to say you're now speaking to the guy or seeing the guy who gave you the AKA Jose Cuervo. Is Marty Mar, AKA Jose Cuervo.
Jose Cuervo.
You know, he that's what he was doing. I was like, Marty, always be pitching, always be closing. But no, it was a great time having us all together. And I would just like to say, if you didn't get it, the Bunker Labs Washington D.C. is the best VIR in all the United States. I'm just saying.
Damn.
I'm just putting it out there. I mean, bring it to the square if you want to battle.
I mean, what city has more bases in a 25 square mile radius?
They turn up in Houston, so I had a chance to go out and, you know, once again, like networking. I wasn't even in the VR. I flew out to Houston, And his name slips my mind right now, but it was another 5th group Green Beret City Leader out there. And I was able to meet some people out there in 2018. But Houston, they was turning up in Houston too. But yeah, Nation's capital is holding it down. Stand up, DC.
I mean, it's DC. You know, that's just how it is.
But don't worry, Raleigh's going to be put on the mark right now. We're putting it down right now. So I go ahead and make the announcement to everybody who's watching. Raleigh's on the map, right? Don't worry about the hurricanes. That's another story. Let's just talk about the Bunker Labs Raleigh. Let's do that.
Oh, I think I just heard James say, okay, challenge accepted. He's going to step it up. And 22 Bravo Raleigh is going to, would you say, be the same or eclipse 22 Bravo DC?
You know me. I never go for equal.
All right, Gary, you heard it.
Everybody on this call, maybe -1, is doing the Army 10 miler in October. Signed up for that.
I think we got Chris Chris is signing up. He's muted.
Yeah,
that's the way we like it.
Drop the link in the chat, man. I saw it somewhere on my thread, but I'm in. I'm straight out of Motrin. Straight out of Motrin.
That's our team. Bunch of retirees that are getting their VA Motrin prescription. And we're straight out of Motrin. So that's why we're running Army 10 miler. So who's in?
I've been practicing. I've been sending my pictures. I haven't received no pictures from you, Marty or James.
I got an excuse.
Boo.
Oh.
I've been down for the count for 2 weeks. You can't hold me to that. I did run the day that I tested positive for COVID. I did run that morning. Just saying.
Oh man, no, we're gonna drop the links. It's an open team. So if you go to the Army 10 miler and check out Straight Out of Motrin, we're making t-shirts. Our camera guy, we're working with him. We're going to have Triple Nickel work on that. We're looking for sponsors for us to run the Army 10 miler. We're going to get Gary on there. I'll
wait till it becomes the Air Force 10 miler, then I maybe jump in. But I don't know about running with the Army, man. You know, James up there running with COVID, leaving them COVID chemtrails. I may not be able to handle that.
Oh, so just so you know, I don't think James ever made an 82nd Airborne Division run without falling out. So you ain't got to worry about him.
Are you saying that they had to do the circle formation for him to circle around to get him?
His nickname was Wagon Wheel.
Hey, shots fired. He's dropping out, bro.
Marty knows the truth. He's the only one on the call here that was able to go toe-to-toe with the DCO and lose.
I think people have heard that, but James thought he was going to get a coin from the DCO for calling them out or falling out of the division run, and then also the DCG. I'm sorry, the general, and then also for giving him some slack for not knowing the challenge and password on the drop zone. He's like, I'm going up to get a coin. No. He came back with a little bit less ass. I'll just keep it like that. He was so proud. He thought he was getting something.
I was wondering why I was getting out of 82nd as a captain. I didn't know what I did wrong.
So no, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking for the link right now so I can put it in there.
I gotta represent.
On a serious note, I asked Gary, did you have to pull strings too hard to get me in Raleigh, or I hope you didn't have to pull too many strings to get me in the Raleigh Bunker Lab? That's all I gotta know.
James, it's best that you don't know.
Don't ask.
Just know that you're in.
Just be thankful.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for the link, so I apologize. James Stahl, entertain while I look for this. Man, we got a lot of people already. We already got 10 people signed up for Straight Out of Motrin.
I know.
And so I will figure out how to do this. But if you go to the Army 10 miler and register and check out for team name Straight Out of Motrin, you will find us there, and you can't miss it.
Okay. That's too easy. I could do that.
Oh, and this is open for anybody out there that's watching. So I see Silver Fox DJ. Does she run? Is she going to run it? Represent Air Force? She's talking some Air Force trash. But all right. So what can someone expect tonight, Gary? What someone coming in? What are they going to expect tonight at the Veteran Showcase?
First off, they're going to experience definitely a lot of support from in and outside of the military community. We're showcasing definitely some of the premier businesses that are within our cohort that are going to be able to shine the light, be able to tell a little bit about who they are, what they do, how they add value as a business owner, and also ways that they could potentially partner on something that they need to support, growth, scale their business. And so when you are able to come down to the event, you're definitely going to see the energy there. You're going to see the atmosphere that that is really exciting, that is dynamic, that is showcasing a new business that people may not know about, but would love to be a partner with, love to help grow, possibly even a mentor. So you're going to see a lot of action today. There's going to be great food and beverage there as well by Chef Davis, who is awesome and phenomenal. And you're going to be a part of a great atmosphere with a lot of great energy.
Yeah, and I think, you know, and what's unique is like, especially with DC, because it's the best cohort. We're not playing a recording. We actually have someone actually singing the national anthem from 21 Bravo, right? And so that was Ben's business.
Oh yeah, and Ben is phenomenal. I mean, he has a voice like someone who can perform in the opera. I mean, but it's so inspiring because that's what opens up our event. Is that sense of patriotism and being able to, even as we have our flag and our guide on, that says, you know what, we who are served our country and are part of this great nation, you know, we remember our values and what it's all about. And so Ben helps, remind us of that once he started singing, you know, national anthem, that really just brings it all home for us.
Right. No, absolutely. And so that, and then again, it's neat because you get that kind of interaction. And then we've got, you mentioned Chef Davis. He was on Lounge with Legends back in February. And so his unique showcase is that he told you and Joe Hempelman, don't go to the warehouse place and buy food. I got it tonight. And so that's how he's showcasing his business. So it's pretty unique again, right?
Yeah, stepping up to the plate, right? Seeing ways he can add value and provide a service. And so that's the undertone of what Bunker Labs is about.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to share real quick what our logo looks like for the Army 10 miler for those of y'all that are curious. So that's Chris, challenge accepted, yes or no? I see a head bob. All right. So
definitely. No, that's legit, man. Let's go for it. Straight out of Motrin. Yeah.
We're going to make the shirts. We're going to have it done. Worst case.
You got it, man.
Yeah. And even if you can't run it, Gary, if you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. Come on up.
Hey,
we need cheerleaders too. We need cheerleaders too. We need cheerleaders.
Well, somebody's got to make sure you can find the finish line. So I'll be there to make sure that you got.
Hey,
tell someone got to get oxygen.
Yeah, I got to make sure that we've got medical personnel in place. I've got to make sure, you know, we've got IVs, you know, wheelchairs, you know, bottled water, you know.
I would actually have been happy, but like someone's got to make sure there's beer at the finish line for y'all.
Yeah.
But
hey, Cuervo, as Chris would say, for you.
I know I'm definitely gonna need some Motris. Being the oldest guy there.
So Gary, how Orlando is Bunker Labs going to do an Orlando cohort? How would DJ get one of those going? I think right now they got Tampa, Miami.
Tell her go to Tampa. Actually, I forget her name. I saw her briefly. She was actually at PodFest.
Oh, Tampa has one.
Yeah. She was actually there. Tampa has
Val.
one. Yeah, Val. There you go, Val. Yeah.
So Tampa already has one. Yeah, so they're good.
All right, so
that's a good one.
Yeah, so reach out. I think Chris can definitely connect you on that, and because it is a great program, like I said. And I think the other thing is we had fun. I mean, I know at least in DC. I'm not sure how Raleigh's going to be. It might just be James by himself, but Raleigh was fun.
Yeah, Raleigh was fun. Thank you.
No, DC was fun.
DC was fun. I'm looking at this over here, trying to do too much, but it's fun, you know, having done these a couple of these different incubators, and this one had the most interaction, and again the accountability back and forth of, hey, what do I need, and who's who can help me, and then how can I help? That was the other part too. Is everyone also trying to help? And I think Gary, you saw that. You've seen that in multiple cohorts now. You know, is that normally the trend or what?
You know, for each cohort, man, it's its own different story scenario. You know, we try to trend on the positive, but you know, come what may, we just find a way to do what we got to do to get it going.
What about as far as like capture the guide on? Is there like some kind of contest I need to know about? So when I'm in DC, now we got to capture a guide on and bring it back to Raleigh where it belongs, or what?
You may not want to do that, James.
Nah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we
Just saying.
DC's down too deep, so they no one wants that kind of drama.
Yeah.
We so deep, we in other states now.
I heard the same thing from Alpha Company. Just saying.
I mean, we got 3 states, you know, we got all the DMV covered. So, yeah.
Isn't the DC National Guard got a branch in Raleigh?
We do.
You know, I left the second part of the city out. We got Durham too. Just saying.
Still,
Raleigh,
same state.
Durham. RTP.
Same state.
I'm coming to get the guide on. I'm actually coming up there this month at DC, so watch your back. I'm going to get the guide on. I'll be up there June this month with you, Marty, again. So watch your back.
But
nah, man, you can't get the football. Can't get it.
So I want to switch to real quick. Big things that are coming in with your companies. What can we expect this summer? We're just kicking off the summer. We got 100 days of summer. What's the big thing we're going to see from the Camera Guy Green Beret Media this summer?
This summer, big things come. Actually, man, I'm gonna embrace the city here. If I'm being honest, I was a little in the mode of missing DC and the Bunker Labs community there, and everybody in the city. And the network that I built there, and I had to leave. So it took me, the first year here in Texas was a little slow. I kind of just stayed in the house. You know, we had COVID going on, the kid. But for here on out, for the next year, local wise, I am going to embrace the community here, the chamber. We have some other veterans here. Annette Wittenberger's here. Nick Valentine's here. So
yeah,
her and I, we're going to do some collaborations and own this area and try to bring some of that DC swag to Texas. And like I say, not hitting on any other cohort in Bunker Labs, but they just do things different in Texas. And I've been down there. I'm going to just keep it real. And I think the cohorts, not saying that no one's more or less, but you will get the vibe of the cohort and the VIR based on who's leading it. So, and don't let us go down that road of leadership. So we know how that works.
Yeah. No, that's huge. You know, I mean, but you're doing good. You're trying to grow others to make them like what we have here. And that's what you did each time you PCS'd and got to a new place. You always improved your fighting position of where you're at. Sorry, Gary, fighting position in the Army, that's where we have battles at. I think for you guys, it's probably the lounge or a coffee room.
This dude right here, we're doing battles.
Just move out the way when we drop bombs. That's all we have.
Hey, let me real quick. I'm gonna say, I heard you bring him out. What you know about that, T.I., man? He said, bring him out. I thought I was like, whoa, bring him out.
All right. So, Donnell, you let a little bit out already. Your big thing this summer, but let's talk, man. Let's talk about that. What's the big thing? And then how can people help, or not help, but be part of or help what your big thing is, your storefront?
Man, So I'm still, on cloud nine behind that because of what we're able to do for our community. I mean, this is America's first. This is America's first veteran business pop-up shop in the world where they have access to shop with veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs, in person.
Right.
And then for it to be in a premier location like the Stonebridge Shopping Center in Woodbridge, I mean, they basically rolled out the red carpet for us. I can't wait to invite people out to step into the store and just feel the energy of that place. But we're doing a soft launch on June 11th, where we're going to showcase at least 20 veteran and military spouse-owned businesses. And then July, the first week of July, it's going to be live, and we're going to roll that thing out every weekend. Friday through Sunday, we're going to be showcasing veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs in there. And then who knows what else it's going to turn into. I mean, we plan on doing some networking within that space. We plan on doing some training in that space. We plan on getting people ready for the next level of business, coaching. I mean, whatever you can think of, if there's a venue there, if we get the right funding, we'll be able to provide a space where veteran entrepreneurs can, work. I mean, sky's the limit. So if anybody out there that wants to be a part of this or wants to support it, go to veteransgrowingamerica.com, reach out, say, hey, I would love to sponsor this, or I would love to be a part of it. I would love for my business to be, showcased in this, in our space, man. I'm super excited. It came to us. In fact, me and Gary was on a call talking about the next level of Veterans Growing America, and then the next day, we got this opportunity. So, man, I'm super excited. Veterans Growing America is going to be not only within that shopping center, but we also have a couple of locations throughout the United States where we're going to be doing our veteran business expos with the Army and Air Force Exchange. And then I got a phone call this morning from the city of Fairfax saying, hey, how can we showcase veterans in the city of Fairfax? So the opportunities are endless with Veterans Growing America. I believe that, we'll take off where, where Bunker, you come through Bunker, and then you could also support, Veterans Growing America as well. So, man, I appreciate everybody that's on this call. I mean, you guys supported us, at every level of growth when it comes to Veterans Growing America. So big shout out to everyone on this call.
And you hit on a few things that, you're saying, here's what I needed. And even the words, just the way Chris said it earlier was, if I'm being honest, that's one of the things that we say on our calls. Ours are every Friday. And so that's it. And then you asked, this is what I need help with. I mean, that's a recurring thing with our accountability.
Yeah.
And then tonight at the event, you get the 2 minutes to tell everybody about your business, and then you get to ask.
Yes.
So then you get to do it. And so we're going to have amazing rock stars in there, like David Vardaman and his crew, like that, and these other people. So that way, hey, if I can't help, I might know someone else. Mm-hmm. And that's the cool thing. As you come in, everybody brings 10 people. You got to network within a network that can help.
So if I'm being honest, I need help growing that space with Veterans Growing America.
Right. I mean, because you're gonna have a place where people can go and buy things like footies or candles or whatever these veteran and mill spouse businesses are, and they're gonna have a physical location here in Potomac Hill Mills at the nice mall. Not that there's a bad mall, but so that's pretty cool, man. All right, Gary, what's big for you, man?
Well, we've got a couple things. Definitely, we've got some launches for real estate development projects. Give a shout out to James. One of the cities we're looking at is Raleigh. We're definitely looking at that area. Definitely across Charlotte, Mecklenburg County down there. So definitely with North Carolina. And then looking at a couple opportunities in Detroit. And one of the things I'm excited about is we're going to actually launch a investment fund, right? Because we support underserved and military communities sourcing real estate projects. that would have a social impact component. It could be workforce housing to support teachers, firefighters, first responders. It could also be an opportunity to support veterans and artists and things of that nature. And one of the things I'm so thankful is that we don't depend on our federal government and VA to solve all our problems, right? We are empowered as Americans and are leveraging our civil liberties to go out there and to make a difference. And I remember old SARS telling me, you're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. So we're going to be excited about launching this investment fund that's going to allow us to take capital and allocate it towards social impact projects that are going to help these communities to grow and scale and get access to resources. You know, because there may be veterans who may not know about bunker labs, right? And our military spouses as well. Well, how do they get access to early childhood education? How we get access to our seniors who may have fought in Vietnam and need access to affordable housing, right? What about those programs? And so we're excited about launching an investment fund to support those programs, about working with city leaders. And the main thing that I'm most excited about is our military community, right? And then from the real estate projects that we do, we also leverage it as a contracting vehicle, where we can contract out to minority and veteran-owned companies and allow them to be a part of the solution as well, offering their services to the community and the city as a whole. So we're super excited about it. It gives me a chance to partner with great organizations, like all of us on the call, and then be able to work with, you know, Marty and James and say, you know what, help us shape the narrative, help us tell the story, help us to highlight the awesome veterans we're working with in different communities and what they're doing. And so I'm super excited about that.
No, again, that's huge. I mean, it's an amazing mission that you have, and one that's needed, definitely. I was looking around. You saw me turning around. You said Mecklenburg, and it made me think of Olin Lester. He was on our show in November. You got it, James? Yeah. So Olin writes, all his books are about how do you describe? They're just scary books, and they're all in Mecklenburg. And so I was like, oh, I wouldn't go there. I ain't buying. I ain't going there. Scary.
Well, Mecklenburg, as you know, is the county where Charlotte's located.
No, it's funny though. But no, that's awesome. And I appreciate it. And I look forward to helping you and figure out how we can help support everybody on this call. And then just in the cohort, you know, that's the biggest things. I know that's what I'm going to be doing with James with Joint Task Force 214 and Lounge of Legends is continue to be the microphone for veteran businesses. And then we'll continue to also provide coaching like we can for bunker labs. I know we've already done a couple for breaking barriers. So that's another thing I guess we should bring up is you got the veteran and residence program. If you're not quite ready for that, you got the online community to help get your ducks in order, right? Help prepare. Then you can you apply for veteran and residence. Like Donnell said, it took him, 24 times. And so,
yeah, because we all assumed he was already in it. I mean, he hung around so much.
He's a 24 plus.
He's already went through the program, right? And then we're like, oh no, he has
freeloaded.
But then after that,
he came for the snacks.
But then you talk about minorities, and then there's the breaking barriers programs in there, which is another small cohort where we learn from each other. So I just finished up with mine as well with that. And then once you grow your company, there's CEO Circle. What's that about, Gary? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The CEO circles are definitely catered to businesses that are a little bit more mature, you know, that have maybe an annual revenue north of, I want to say somewhere close to 700 to $1 million max. I mean, more. Right. And CEO Circle is to help those companies partner with Fortune 100 companies to say, how can we help them grow and scale, take them to the next level? You know, what are some of the issues, growing pains? What are some of the challenges that they're facing? And how can we put them on a better platform to help with their success? And so CEO Circle is definitely more intimate in each city, where we really work with those folks closely and and then really also provide that level of giving them the next stage mentor they need, where they can sit down. We've had a Jamie Dimon come out to the CEO circle, and talk to them, right? And that's access they wouldn't have had it not been for a Bunker Labs, program and platform. And so it's like, yeah.
Yes, I mean, it takes you from I'm not ready, I got some online classes, all the way to I'm making north of pretty much 1 mil in north, all the way through. And then when you're ready, you can be a city leader, an ambassador like you and Joe are, to help continue to give back. So it's a pretty neat program. What's up, camera guy? I see you pursed lips over there like you're ready to talk. Or not.
Yeah. I got one thing. I want to jump on that. Something hit me. And this is to all you wannabe Bunker Lab Bunker babies. Like Marty said, do the Launch Lab. That's the gateway in. That's the first step. Step 1, go to Launch Lab, sign up, work through the workbook, join the Facebook group. Second thing, when you get accepted to the cohort, and this is what they told me, that was the last hard cohort when I went. It was hard. This was last. I don't know what they're doing now with Gary in charge, Air Force people in charge. I don't know, but
you guys didn't have mimosas every time you kick off the class?
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't all this showcase stuff. I don't know. We was dealing with COVID. It was hard in them streets, right?
MREs.
It was hard. But what I would like to say
who's gonna carry the boats?
What I like to say, you have to be proactive. Don't go in there and sit on your hands and expect people to hold your hand. You got to walk in the door like our guy Les Brown say. You got to walk in the door hungry, and you got to stay hungry, because nobody's gonna hold your hand. If you need something, like they say, closed mouths don't get fed. You better ask for it. Raise your hand. Go find out. Ask questions. Some of my members in my cohort, Upskill VR Columbine, she was trying to get funded for her business. She ended up, by the end of it, finding like $200,000-$300,000 to fund her business because she was in the streets. So don't come in the bunker thinking you're just going to get everything handed to you. You got to work for it. They're going to they'll find a door and they'll point you to it and they'll crack it for you. But you got to open it and walk through it and ask for what you need. Mm-hmm. That's all I got to say about that.
No, absolutely, Chris, man. You definitely hit the nail on the head. Bunker Lab, like anything else, is a resource. It's a tool. But the tool reflects the vision of the person using it. If you don't have a vision for your company or what you want to do, and you can't understand how the tool can be leveraged, and you just sit on it, then Bunker Labs, won't do it for you. You've got to be proactive. You've got to want to network. You've got to want to engage. You've got to want to learn and take advantage of the free resources. I mean, I had Marty and folks like Donnell and all of us, where you guys find resources and you share it with the bunker community, with the cohort. But after the shared, it's up to the person to take it and run with it, right? To build your website, to build your brand, to articulate your pitch, to strengthen your ask, to understand, how do you grow and scale in a way that makes sense? How do you look at your bottom lines, your supply chain management? We're in together, right? Hence the name bunker. It's like we're in the bunker together. But if you're in the bunker sleeping, you ain't no good to yourself or those around you, right? Matter of fact, you might as well be AWOL. You've got to actively apply and engage in order to get the best out of this opportunity. So I appreciate that, Chris. Yeah.
I'm going to highlight it.
He's talking about Spotlight Rangers.
I'm going to highlight
Spotlight Rangers. Don't be a Spotlight Ranger.
Hey, so we mentioned the pizza earlier. But here's an example of not sitting on your hands and reprogramming your mind to find opportunities in in everything. And so, for instance, we were running late because we were filming and doing stuff, and then by the time we ordered pizza, they said it was like 60 to 75 minutes, right, Chris? So we figured, you know what? We got a bunch of podcasters here. We're at Podfest, and they gave us this play deck. Might as well do a live. So we did a 30, 45-minute live with myself and Chris and DJ Silver Fox and Janaid, and we were going through. So it was just an opportunity. We could have sat there and complained, man, it's gonna take an hour. Oh man, we're gonna do this. So we pulled out the play deck. His was How Dare You? Or do I was it How Dare You or Do I Dare?
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah.
You want a little bit of that? You want a little bit of that?
No,
I got it right here. Why
don't you give one to Donnell?
Donnell, you ready for this? Okay, now. If you were here, I'll have you pick a card, but I'm gonna go through the deck, and I'm going in the middle right here. This is your card, Donnell. All right, and let's see what this says. This card
is a Joker.
What is the most embarrassing music that you like to listen to?
Besides Miley Cyrus. You're muted. You're muted,
brother. You muted. See,
oh,
see.
Man, it's that bad. He can't even stay in the mic.
It's a Miley Cyrus song. I can't think of the name of it right now, but every time it comes on, I'm jamming.
You was the one was you was twerking, the twerking Miley. You talking about country Miley or twerking Miley?
Twerking Molly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oh, come on now. You know Donnell better than that, Chris.
No. So, Gary, your turn. I'm going to give you one. Same thing. Let me mix it up. Man, we had a blast. It was we went like 30 minutes with this game.
Right.
Throw that fastball.
Let me see. Boom. Let's see what we got here. Okay. When was the most embarrassing time that you passed gas? I told you it's real out here in these streets.
Oh, y'all keeping it real in these streets.
Hey.
Maybe probably 2 weeks ago.
What'd you say?
Where? You were with Marty and I 2 weeks ago.
Annette's on the line. Where?
Oh, did I blame James for that one?
I think you did.
Where was that? Where was it? Where?
The Army Museum.
I may have been outside the building. Had some folks around me.
See, folks, that's what these cars do to you.
Just right, so wouldn't no too much friction,
Yeah. So. See, that's what these cars do to you when you get it. So, all right, your turn, James. Your turn. Last one. We had
a time. I don't know if we can do one more.
One more. Real quick. What is the most embarrassing thing that your parents have caught you doing?
What had happened was his name was Bobby Thornblown. Okay. I was living I can't believe I'm telling you all this.
Hey.
This is good.
20,000 followers, James.
Those 1-800 numbers that you call?
Yeah.
My buddy gave me the number, said, hey, call this person. So I'm downstairs on the hard line. My mom answers the phone on the upstairs and picks up the phone upstairs. So she heard the person. I hung up the phone. My mom kept listening to the lady on the phone. We got a $580. This is back in the 80s.
Ooh.
$580 phone bill from that. That was the most embarrassing thing that I had with my parents.
So I'm just warning y'all. See what happens. So these cards, man. If you're a podcaster, you got to get these cards. I don't know who makes them, but poddex.com. Go to poddex.com, and you can. These are actually good icebreakers and things to spice up the show. So that's it, man.
Cool. I mean, that was at Podfest Multimedia Expo where we were at this weekend. And what's cool is that those were inside that was inside the swag bag. So and they were all different because you got that one, and then I got interview deck questions.
Yeah.
And these are different. These are more like the James questions. Why this book? Why now? So I didn't get the fun.
How dare you? I like these. How dare you?
How
So when
dare
you come next time you come to the team room, when we pop it back and get it live again, I'm gonna
There you go.
open the door, man. Turn the mics, warm these. I hope y'all can hear my voice right now. It's your boy. It's your boy here, Chris McPhee, in the Team Room Talk podcast.
So, Annette and Silver Fox, what deck did you get in your swag bag? Did you guys find them at all? And while we're waiting for them to respond, hey, how can they find you all online? We'll start with Gary. How can people find you and BG Lion Star?
So we got a website, www.bglionstar.com. They can definitely find us there. Platform allows folks to reach out to us if they have any questions, concerns, thoughts. So that's probably the easiest way to do it.
All right. Is that what you prefer? Not social media, not your TikTok?
They can definitely hit us up on, we're on Facebook too.
Okay.
So they can hit us up there on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter.
All right. So there it is. It's in there. Oh, Silver Fox got the WTF deck. Donnell, how can people follow you that want to follow up, and if they want to be part of this Veterans Growing America stuff? Because Veterans Grow Mexico isn't out yet, so we're going to stick with
Hey, first of all, thank you guys, and thank you, gentlemen, for having me on this on Lounge with Legends for, I think this is like a 5th or 6th time. It's always good to be in your presence. But people, y'all can find us everywhere at Veterans Growing America, except one place. It's Veterans Growing on Twitter, but every place else is Veterans Growing America.
All right. There's your website coming up. And it's so you can find him at veteransgrowingamerica.com, or if you just do at Veterans Growing America. And then if you're looking, there's also BG Lion Star right there. Okay. So camera guy, Green Beret Media.
Yes. Where can you find me? I like to say this because, I like it. Hashtag I'm your camera guy. Just throw it in the Google box and you're going to hit something. But at Green Beret Media, Facebook, at Green Beret Media, Twitter, at Green Beret Media, IG. I'm your camera guy on LinkedIn.
There you go. All right. So it's hashtag that's in. I'm your camera guy.
I am
your camera guy.
There you go.
He has been my camera guy since day one.
Hey, man.
Already trying to take him from you, Donnell.
Man, everybody was Podfest was like, hey, are you the official photographer? No. I'm Marty's camera guy. I'm with Annette, and then we had Silver Fox, and we had our friend Jessica we met. Yeah, I'm independent right now, I'm just out in these streets.
He's a free agent. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in these streets.
In the market, had to renegotiate that contract.
But I was working it though. They were like, is he the official photographer? I said, no, he's my camera guy, but he's for hire. He can be your camera guy too. And it was like, 30 seconds later, he got a new job. He was like, okay, cool, I got you. And if you're looking to find James and I with Joint Task Force 214, I put the link for our free monthly training that's on there. And so every month we give away some free chicken. And so last month in May, we just did top 5 things your website needs to help you grow and scale, because your website has one job, and that's to make you money. This month, sign up June 30th. It's about sales, right? Sales is the left side of your airplane. How do you create a sales script that closes deals? And then in July, James and I are going to, for free, teach people how to create lead generating assets to bring people down your funnel. Needs to help you grow and scale, because your website. All right. So that's ours there. And I think we're ready to close it out. I will say, because there's too many of us, not too many, there's never too many of us, but for Freedom Means, what we're going to do is just real quick talk about, hey, what did this weekend? This weekend was I can't let it go by. This was a big weekend for us. What does Memorial Day mean for you all, real quick?
Hey, I'll go first on this one. You know, part of the reason why I do what I do, you know, I don't really talk about it that much, but I worked Air Force One detail for GW. But the hardest impact is we were responsible for bringing home the fallen and those who were injured. And the number 48 always stands out to me because it's the first time the casualties after 9/11 came back from Iraq, and there were 48 caskets on a C-17. And we were called out to stand on the tarmac while the C-17 taxied in and turned around, standing there with our honor guard. And seeing 48 caskets draped in American flags, knowing that they gave it their all, knowing that they never come home to their family, to their kids, to their communities, but they laid it all on the line. So when I think about the Memorial Day, it just brings back those memories of the sacrifice that we have today to enjoy these civil liberties, and it makes me proud to be an American. And if they can give their all, I can give my all.
Well, absolutely, brother. I appreciate it, man. That's definitely heartfelt. And I don't know. Anyone want to go after that?
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of people mix up the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. You know, Veterans Day is about honoring our veterans, and Memorial Day is about honoring the fallen. And I don't know if many people know this, but I was a recruiter, and I had to sit across from people's parents, you know, talking to them about, you know, their service. And I would always get that question, you know, when a person joins the military, is it a possibility that they would go to war? And I would be 100% honest with, you know, the family member and say they just increased their possibilities 100% by joining this great organization. But at the same time, why wouldn't you want to fight for a country like this where you can be whatever you want to be, whatever you can dream to be? There's homeless people that have become millionaires and billionaires, you know, and so whatever you choose to be in this country, you can be, but it's on the backs of those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. And I don't take that lightly, and, you know, neither should anybody. And so it means a lot. I am, you know, happy that none of the people that I put in the military, and I put over 1,000 people in the military, either through myself or my recruiters, thousands of people in the military. And so far, there's none of the people that I've come across that I put in that had the ultimate sacrifice. But at the same time, there's thousands of people that did for this country. And the 30th was a day to remember those, but we should remember them every day in everything that we're doing. And, you know, that's why I do what we do, is because everybody that donned this uniform said that they would die for this country. And so I think that they should be honored, they should be respected, and they should be valued. And that's what we do, you know, and that's why, you know, we should tell their stories. It's not only the service member, but their families. You know, I remember my mom and my sister and my wife worried about me, you know, whenever I deployed. And so that has to be, you know, very hard. And so I just want to thank all the people that support our service members every day. And then I want to also thank those that have served, either, you know, service member or those individuals that supported our service member. That's why we support, you know, the veteran, the military spouse, and the dependent, because they all served. So that's what it means to me. And it's huge what, you know, what we do. So thank you guys for having this platform.
Yeah, and shout out to the Blue Star and Gold Star family.
Yep.
Yeah. Chris.
I know how it is.
Now you know Chris ain't never looked this good.
Hey, on a serious note, freedom to me, yesterday was that day, Monday. But, it's like Gary mentioned about seeing those caskets. But I always remember because it was one of my teammates who I watched eat his last meal and then get woken up in the morning and then have to go ID him and escort him back home to the United States. So that was the closest it's hit me. And I've lost many close friends from our company and other friends that I met through the Q course that I've built relationships with. And so that day is a day I appreciate. My 100% gratitude goes out to all the service men and women who paid the ultimate, no matter what race you are, where you from, male, female, whatever political party you want to represent. I thank them for paying the ultimate sacrifice so we could continue the journey, continue the mission to keep America united.
I appreciate that, man. I really do. And then, Chris was at my presentation this weekend at PodFest, and that was my final slide was, hey, thank you. I'm glad you're here this weekend, but just take a moment to remember those that gave up 1,000 tomorrows so that we may live free today. And it really is. It is that, there are some people that were like, don't say happy, don't say this, don't say that. I'm like, you know what? Go have that barbecue. Go enjoy your family because they gave up 1,000 tomorrow so that we can live free today. And I guarantee my brothers and sisters would be at that barbecue with me, drinking that beer, hanging out with their babies, just the same. And so you never know when life can end. So live it to the fullest. And like Chris was saying earlier, find those opportunities. Don't sit on your hands. Figure out how you can do something because you only have just one life. And that's opportunities like Bunker Labs to allow us to achieve our dreams, especially here in America, where we can do that, where we've done so much. So I appreciate it. James, do you have any comments, brother? Old Testament.
Powerful statement, gentlemen. Just honored to be in your presence, like always. Humbled to know you all. And like you all, for me, Monday was, Memorial Day was a day of reflection, self-reflection. I actually, believe it or not, I picked up a copy of Stillness is the Key by Ryan Holiday. And that's what I was doing on Memorial Day. I was reading his book. And then I was remembering Captain Russell B. Ripito, 375, 3 April, on the 3rd of April, 2003. So this, to the Ranger in the sky anyway. So it's always an emotional day for me. Just remembering those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice and just knowing that we got to continue for them because that's what they would want us to do.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to tonight, seeing you all living those dreams, because that is what freedom means, is unlocking your dreams here in this great country. So I think at this point, the best way to close it out is just to quote United Flight 93. Let's roll. Right. So I appreciate it. Thank you all for being on the show. And I will see Gary and Donnell tonight at the best cohort.
Let's go.
So I appreciate it, gentlemen, and thanks for coming on, Chris, and everyone that's watching. Thanks for being here. And again, like everybody, make sure you like and subscribe.
Appreciate it, guys.
You've been watching the Lounge with Legends show, countering the narrative that veterans are all broken misfit toys. Veterans are the lifeblood of American freedom. Serving in harsh situations, coupled with their training, have forged them into some of the most resilient and capable leaders in the world. And that's where we come in, celebrating the success stories, taking you on a journey of transformation from military to business. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back soon. But find us on Facebook at Lounge with Legend or at JTF214. Till next time.